on, just hit me up and we'll make it happen. Okay.
Okay. Love it, Ryan. Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Okay. See ya. Dude, that was sick.
Bro,
I love talking NFL, bro.
Bro, that was honestly, I could have talked to him for another hour.
I know, dude. I felt like a little kid, just like waiting to have my questions answered,
Yeah, dude, that was awesome. That was one of the better interviews that we've had. Definitely have to bring him on again. It's great. It's good to see that he's a big Jeff Thomas guy, and he saw what Canes fans have been seeing talent wise for the past 3 years, but obviously definitely looks like his off the field crap is gonna hold him back, and it really sucks about Trayvon Hill. That was like it was like a week and a half ago where I saw that Trayvon was probably that he was gonna be the highest drafted Hurricane.
Yeah, man. I was kind of surprised by that. I definitely believe him. I mean, I was kind of wondering why Hill didn't make more noise as a Cane, but it's whatever. I was kind of sad to hear what he had to say about Pinckney as well, because I've always enjoyed watching him.
Oh yeah, dude. Pinckney is one of my favorite Canes the past like 5-10 years. Dude is just so awesome. Like I've talked to him a few times, just so nice. He's hilarious too. But I guess NFL GMs they don't really care how funny you are.
Yeah, dude, I'd be a starting quarterback for some team out there.
Yeah, he'd be an awesome guest to have on. I love Pinckney, man. When he picked off Francois against FSU, that was seriously one of my favorite moments in the past few years.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. That's anytime we do anything against FSU, I just love it. It just seems so much cooler.
FSU is just like, they're so stupid, They're such idiots. They're just so lame, bro. Like,
I read a scientific study that does say that FSU blows.
Yeah, and I think that was like one of I'm trying to think of a name of a scientist that just shows how dumb I am, but yeah, FSU, yeah, they're just so stupid. I just love talking crap on FSU. Like it's not like a few years ago when you would talk heat on FSU, but then their fans would be like, oh, but we've beaten you 6-7 straight years. Yeah. It's like we obviously have the upper hand right now in the rivalry. Like they suck. I'm pretty sure St. Thomas Aquinas could beat them, but yeah, they're just so stupid.
At what point do we get to do that one thing that I just can't stand when teams do this? When we're like, oh, it's not even a rivalry anymore, bro. Like we've beat them like 6 times in a row. It's not even a rivalry.
It will, bro. No.
I mean, I just say it. I hate when fans do that, man. They're just like, oh no, our rival's Virginia Tech now, dude.
No, FSU will always and forever be our number one rival. I don't care I will argue any Canes fans. I don't care how long you've been a fan. I will argue you. I'm so illiterate right now, but I will debate you to the death that FSU is and will always be Miami's number one rival. I just hate them.
No, I agree, man. I agree. All right. So what else we got cooking? I'm drawing a blank right now.
Well, we got our second of third guest. I think he should be ready.
So he just messaged me and said he's going to be ready in just a few moments.
So we have to talk until then. Jake Jordan, I love you. But yeah, that interview was just awesome. Like it felt good to like talk some NFL.
Dude, I was thinking about that. I'm thinking maybe in the summer, we'll have to touch on a few more topics when it gets real slow around here. So I guess if you're out there listening, hit us up on Twitter. Like, tell us if you think it'd be horrible that we're, touching here on the NFL and NBA a little bit when there's just not a lot of Miami stuff to go around. We definitely want to keep churning out material and whatever, but we don't want to bore you guys,
Yeah, and getting back to what Jordan was talking about at the beginning of the show, we're not. I mean, we're not guys that'll freak out about analytics or anything like that. I mean, we're doing this podcast just because we love the Canes and we love talking about it. I can't tweet all day, so I can't blog all day, but yeah, we just found out like we're in I think we were ranked 61st out of all football podcasts in America, and like that was, I mean, I remember when like the Orange Bowl boys like first cracked the top 100, and I'm just thinking like, holy crap, like those guys are like celebrities, and I know I'm the furthest thing away from that. I'm a child, I'm immature, but I don't know, seeing that just like,
man.
It was, I don't want to say emotional because I'm not like a pansy, like I'm a football guy, but like it was just dope. Like it was like, it's just awesome to see, and like we cannot thank you Canes fans enough for all the support and all the the listening and tweeting with us, but it was.
It's mostly, I mean, we still got a long ways to go, and like I'm still grinding, but it felt good to kind of have the effort validated a little bit, like I don't know. I mean, we met shortly after the Florida game, and have kind of been working towards some stuff ever since.
Yeah, I mean, I think I actually know exactly when we first met. It was right before the Central Michigan game, and we talked about it, and I expressed to you like how I've been meaning to get into the podcast game, and you've been the perfect co-host, brother. I could not have picked a better guy to, first of all, a smarter guy, because for those of you listening, I'm not good with computers. I don't do technology. I just know how to talk about football, and Jordan has come up huge with that. Like I did, but just, it's been a very, very fun few months, and like I'm just excited for what the future holds for the Fours Up.
Yeah, me too, man. Well, looks like our guest is ready, and thank you for that compliment, by the way. I appreciate it, bro.
Of course, brother.
Alrighty, I'm going to patch him in right now.
Yo.
Yo, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, brother K? We now welcome on my boy James at Canes Edit. Everyone knows him. Everyone loves him. He's one of my good friends in the Canes community. Love him to death. James, what's going on, bro?
Nothing much, man. Pondering about that ominous prediction I made a couple weeks ago about the spring game, and finally, that we've got confirmation that the spring game is canceled, and so is everything else with our hurricane season going on right now. So.
And everyone laughed at us when you and I like 2 weeks ago said we wouldn't go to like a Canes tailgate because of this, and everyone called us crazy. And now who's the crazy one?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like being right about stuff like this, but I just pretty much just followed the trend from when this was only like 500 to 1,000 people in China all the way to here, when I'm like, well, this is not slowing down. There's not mutating into something less. It's actually getting more aggressive. And then I was like, I wonder if this is going to impact our hurricane season. I mean, I hope it doesn't impact tailgate season. Well, we're still on for obviously, I don't think they've announced anything for the upcoming football season, but I know that our baseball season ended today, so I'm pretty bummed out about that as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that definitely sucks. I personally, I don't think it'll affect the regular season. We'll still be there in the orange lot tailgating. But before the question escapes my mind, James, you and I are both Hollywood, Florida natives. 954 represent. You talked to my dad the night before the UF game for a while about where we came from, and our friend Jordan here is going to be visiting Hollywood, or South Florida, I should say, for the first time in his life. He's going to be staying with me just down in Hollywood. Give him 3 restaurant recommendations for Jordan to check out.
I'm going to write these down, bro.
Well, the first one would be La Tub. La Tub is a place that I went with. I go with Steve and sometimes Cam of Inside the U, or no, State of the U, excuse me. We go over there to La Tub. We met up a couple of times over there. That's a good spot to go to.
What kind of cuisine is that? What kind of food?
That's like, they got burgers, the best burgers in my opinion, probably all of Florida. Yeah, bro. And the peelini shrimp, Steve. at Cane's thing, put me onto the peel and eat shrimp there, and I'm like, whoa, that's some life-changing peel and eat shrimp. They do it really good. They have like a special spice thing. Yeah, no, for sure. And the second one would be my personal favorite for wings is Ricky's, right there on Hollywood Boulevard.
Yes, classic spot, bro. Classic spot.
Ricky's, man. That's how I get my wings tossed up with the garlic, man. And that you have to go there. Ricky's is absolutely where it's at for wings. Shenanigans is also very good, but I like Ricky's. I'm a Ricky's guy. So.
Okay. What? Give us one more.
It would probably have to be Villa Rose, man. Villa Rose is to me is the best pizza in Hollywood. So you got to stop by to pick up a pie at Villa Rose, man, if you're coming to Hollywood.
Bro, and poor Jordan has only had Utah pizza, and I'm telling you, man, Villa Rose, like I've had some really, really good pizza in my life, you know, whether it's New York, Chicago, South Florida. Villa Rose is up there with one of my favorites. That place, and it is incredible. So Jordan, I hope you're writing this down.
Oh, dude, I took notes, and you know, like Utah, Salt Lake City has a pretty decent food scene in some areas. Like the Greek food's good, the Italian food's good, the Vietnamese food is good, but like pizza is one where we've completely just missed on, dude. And I don't get it, because it seems like it wouldn't be hard to have a few good pizza spots, right?
No, absolutely.
But you cannot find good, like, you can't find great pizza in Salt Lake City anywhere, and it upsets me, man.
Bro, freaking I will say to this day that my dad's homemade pizza is the best pizza in Salt Lake. But James, let's get into some Canes, man.
Let's do
obviously,
it.
you know, spring practice has been, I guess, suspended for the time being. But let's talk about the first weekend and kind of what your thoughts were going into spring practice. How are you feeling about the team right now?
Obviously coming off a devastating season last year. I like the fact that Derek King's already making all the other quarterbacks better around him. That's always a positive. And I think that it's that type of structuring that carries on over to the year after, where we only got him for 1 year. But if you can make the quarterbacks better and increase competition now, then those quarterbacks are just going to probably continue getting better. So I like the fact that we're laying down a foundation of finally getting some good quarterbacks in there. I do like that we're going spread. I always wanted a system that we took advantage of the South Florida speed and some of the wide receivers we got from our hometown, and we could finally use some of the speed. And I think that the spread was the best system for them. I don't know if you, but I know that Roman was a Lashley guy early. I think you may have been as well. But Lashley was the names that everybody wanted to get into, as far as offensive coordinator. I'm glad we picked them up. So.
Me too, man. I was all about Lashley because I've always wanted us to do power spread, just because, I mean, like you said, you got so much speed and talent, especially at athlete positions in South Florida. And I mean, I just feel like we've underutilized our backs in the last few years, like we had Mark Walden and Travis Homer on the same team and like still lost 3 games, if I feel like if our offense, and that's with a top 10 defense. Like if you have 2 running backs that good in a top 10 defense, you should be doing a lot better than going on a 3-game losing streak to end the year. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm with you. But my question for you is, what are your position groups that you're most worried about going into this season?
What I've been worried about since 2016, man, and that's corner. We just, for some odd reason, our secondaries, I feel like, we picked up obviously Avante Williams. I've heard like there are rumblings that he might play corner and not safety. I'm not sure. But I know that obviously corner is a place that we want to be able to stack up more talent at. And it's a place that I always looked at, like we need more talent. Offensive line, I mean, I haven't seen a good offensive line since 2013 with Feliciano and McDermott and all those guys. I mean, we need to bring back that kind of spirit offensive line and the people that can help facilitate that,
Yeah, man. I mean, for a little bit, it was like the strength of our team, and I mean, now I don't even know what we're doing. Like, I don't see any of these guys going to the NFL. I mean, maybe like Ja'Kai Clark, but I don't know.
DJ Scaife will go to the NFL.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Scaife is definitely.
But going back to corners, James, and you've been a Canes fan for a very long time. You've been around the program. What are your thoughts on